Ве молам си да седете, бидејќи сега ќе почнуваме. Почитувани присутни.
Distinguished guests, the President of the Government of the Republic of North Macedonia, Deputy Presidents of the Government, Ministers, Deputy Ministers, Mayors, Members of the Parliament, Ambassadors, Ministers of the Governments of Albania and Bulgaria, distinguished representatives of the Bihtalenka Consortium, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome at today's event of laying the foundations of Corridor 8, the largest and most important infrastructural investment in the history of this country. Corridor 8 undoubtedly is one of the priorities of the government, and it is a project that has the overall support of the government. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite the President of the Government of the Republic of North Macedonia, Mr. Dimitar Kovachevski, to give his statement. You may take the floor. Dear guests, dear ambassadors, your excellencies, dear ministers, colleagues in the government, distinguished members of the parliament, distinguished president and deputy president of the parliament, distinguished presidents of political parties, distinguished representatives of Bihtal and Inca, distinguished ambassador of the United States of America, and distinguished citizens and members of the press. Today's event is a commencement of a serious strategic and statesmanship project whose benefit will be felt by the current and future generations of our country, but also of our two neighboring countries towards east and west, connected by Corridor 8 and all those passing through it. This government has been proving for years that it cares about the implementation of the major strategic issues for the country, regardless of whether they are internal or external. Regardless of whether we are talking about NATO or the EU, or we are talking about investments in gas pipelines, highways, wind turbines, or in solar power plants, it is precisely our achievements that prove that we are working for the interests of all citizens, and mostly in the interest of future generations who will have a better life with these steps and decisions. From the construction of highway or a solar plant or any energy facility, the full benefit will be seen by the generations of tomorrow. They will not be limited by such challenges that we are facing today, but also challenges that we are overcoming today. Those generations will focus on advanced achievements in business. And in that, our statesmanship can be seen all these years in taking bold decisions that will make life good for all citizens, regardless of whether these achievements happened in one mandate of one government. We are not the ones who will calculate with political points, but we are the ones who solve major issues that have been stacking for decades without party calculations, but for the interest of the public. With the geostrategic position and Corridor 8, we become an inevitable transport route, both in the region and beyond. Today, we begin a strong construction offensive for the construction of the western part of Corridor 8. The foundation of Corridor 8 is not only the beginning of a new road infrastructure, it is also a cornerstone of new investments, opening of new markets, an opportunity for new cooperation between domestic and international companies. The construction of Corridor 8 means less costs for transport, connection, and integration of North Macedonia, as well as economic and regional development of the country. The construction of a modern highway. Тетово Гостивар, Гостивар Букојчани, Требењиште, Струга, Ќафасан, shows today that it is a concrete, realistic and achievable goal that is in the interest of the citizens for their better living standards and for the prosperity of the business community. Each highway brings an opportunity for new businesses and economic development, new gas stations, new hotels, restaurants, business facilities, employment, better paid jobs, more competition, and, of course, faster development. I know how important this highway is for an economic and development impulse, not only for the western part of the country, but also for the regional development of the entire country. The construction of Corridor 8 means connecting the country with other European countries. It means foreign investments, economic development of the country, faster transfer of people and goods, developed tourism, and above all, safe and reliable roads for the citizens. Corridor 8 and Corridor 10D are the biggest infrastructural projects so far in our country in the road sector. The value of the agreement for construction of Corridors 8 and 10D is 1.3 billion euros. 4 highway sections with a total length of about 110 kilometers will be built. Until today, in the history of our country, nothing of such kind has been realized so far. This is changing today. This was only the plan on a paper that was not completed for various reasons. Today we are changing this. For the first time, as a country, we're connected to west and east, and not as before, only to the north and south. With the construction of the highways, our country will be connected to 2 more ports, the port in Durrës and the port in Burgas. That is an excellent opportunity and perspective for development. North Macedonia, if until now was a roundabout, it is now becoming a real crossroad on the Balkan. That is our future. Only by investing in capital projects, we provide opportunities for the economy, for the business community. We invest in a functional, modern road connection of the entire region. This investment of North Macedonia opens new European routes and establishes a connection with the region, which is of extremely great importance for our economy. I'm happy that the realization of the road infrastructure continued regardless of the severe economic crisis, not only in our country, but everywhere in the world. Despite the crisis, this government, led by me, invests in creating quality living conditions for all citizens, regardless of the part they live in. I will not deviate, I will not give up from the investments in infrastructure, in energy independence. I will not give up investments in increasing the energy capacities of the country, because these are the preconditions for economic growth of our country. I'm particularly glad that this highway will be a great opportunity for the development of North Macedonia. Corridor 8 and Corridor 10D are very important for our strategic autonomy, which will put our country on the traffic and economic map of Europe. The government will continue to invest in infrastructure. We will continue to invest in projects that will ensure long-term growth of North Macedonia. In the very end, I would like to convey a message to the contractors, designers, surveillance, my colleagues from the Ministry of Transport and Communications, the employees of the public enterprise, state roads. May today be a successful day, and may the construction works be completed in the foreseen deadline. Thank you, and I wish you a great success for this largest infrastructural project.
Kryetari I Komitetit Drejtues për Korridorin 8 me sukses dhe vendosshmëri e udhëheqi procesin bashkë me të gjithë bashkëpunëtorët dhe kolegët drejt kompletimit të projektit të shumë pritur e të shumë dëshiruar. Zonja e Zotërinj, kam nderin që të ftoj të merr fjalën zëvendës kryeministri I parë dhe kryetari I Komitetit Drejtues.
Now we'll hear from the first Deputy President and President of the Committee for Construction of Corridor 8, Mr. Artan Grubi. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Honest with you, because I was so happy. I said maybe, I should speak out of my heart today. So, shumë I dashur kryetari I Kuvendit, po cituan premiere.
Distinguished President of the Parliament, distinguished mayors, presidents of political parties, ambassadors, representatives of Bechtel and Inca, representatives of IRD, today, I would like to extend my appreciation. Let me start with Prime Minister Kovachevsky for his support on the project. I would not like to forget former Prime Minister Zaev for the support he provided to this project. Also, I would like to thank the President of the Parliament and all members of the Parliament who voted in favor of the law for construction of Corridor 8, to extend my appreciation to the mayors who gave their support for this project. I would like to also thank all members of the steering committee of the government, as well as all directors, to thank the director of the public enterprise for state roads, my friend Eo Prostimi, for his cooperation and for coming to this successful day.
In particular, the government of the United States, the Embassy of the United States, dear Angela, dear Eric, also Kate was with us when we signed the memorandum, for all the support that you have given throughout this project. And I'm very, very proud, extremely proud, that the consortium led by Bechtel and Enka will be building the Corridor 8 and Corridor 10D, and will be leaving a great mark on the development of this country. But most of all, najpoveq od site, më së shumti nga të gjithë të tjerët.
But most of all, I would like to particularly thank one person who gave us his dream and enabled its realization. Dear President, we did this. Thank you. In order to start the realization of the largest infrastructural project in the country, I would like to invite the President of the Democratic Union for Integration and the Deputy from this region, Mr. Ali Ahmeti.
Nderuar pranishëm,
distinguished attendees, distinguished Prime Minister, distinguished President of the Parliament, ministers, members of the Parliament, mayors, presidents of political parties, representatives of the business community, representatives of the government of Albania and the Parliament, representatives of the Islamic religious community, distinguished U.S. Ambassador, distinguished Prime Minister, our objective is to improve people's lives, to facilitate their movement, to make progress, to influence and impact economy and development of the country. And most of all, to build bridges between the Balkans. This is a very noble thing that will directly serve for better friendly relations, for tighter relations between the economies. This will enhance the dynamics of the relations we have so far and the lives of the people. This is a miracle, and I would like to convey my best wishes to all parties involved. I would like to wish every success to Bechtel and Inka in their work, and I wish them to complete this program pursuant to their agenda. I wish everyone a lot of success. Thank you.
Project. It is my pleasure to invite Ambassador Mrs. Angela Gela to take the floor.
Председател на Влада Ковачевски.
Dear President of the Government Kovachevsky, First Deputy of the Government Gruby, Ministers, Mr. Kenny, and the whole team of Bichtalaninka. This is a special day for North Macedonia, for the Western Balkan, and for entire Europe. I am honored and excited for being part of this event.
United States, and it's a big deal for business, for American business, here in North Macedonia. Improving North Macedonia's roads is vital for economic development. The development of this modern road network will move people and commerce and attract investment. Good transportation routes, such as Corridor 8, will also help North Macedonia increase its regional integration and build stronger relationships with its neighbors.
Therefore, this is more than a simple investment in roads in North Macedonia. This is an investment in future of North Macedonia. This is investment in the future of all countries connected to Corridor 8 and wider.
Thank the government of North Macedonia, the many representatives here today, and Bechtel Enka, and all their teams for the hard work in finalizing the agreements needed to begin this important road project. I am confident construction will move forward quickly and successfully, bringing the people of this region closer together more quickly and comfortably on this new modern road network. Thank you. Blagodaram I Falimanderi.
The highly reputable international consortium Bechtel and Enka is responsible for the construction of Corridor 8. I would like to invite Mr. Sean Kenny, Bechtel President, to address the audience.
Good afternoon. It's fantastic to be here with you today as we kick off two new motorways that the Bechtel-Enka joint venture will be delivering on Corridor 8 and Corridor 10D here in North Macedonia. We are absolutely delighted to be working with the government of North Macedonia, Macedonian institutions and local authorities on this exciting new transport project that will improve connectivity in the region and expand the local economy. The Bechtel-Enka partnership delivers strong results for our customers. We have a long history of successfully delivering high-quality motorways in the Balkans and delivering at speed to ensure the benefits of the roads are felt at the earliest possible time. This partnership will also place a high priority on hiring Macedonians and using local suppliers to deliver these motorways.
This approach will provide local employment, and our training programs will support a long-term supply of construction workers available for future infrastructure projects in North Macedonia. Finally, thank you again to the government and to all the stakeholders for putting your trust in us. We can't wait to get started and look forward to deliver this vitally important new motorway. Thank you.
За важноста на проектот
For the importance of the project Corridor 8, now I would like to invite the Minister on Transport and Communications, Mr. Blagoj Bučvarski.
Почитуван председател на
Distinguished President of the Government, Mr. Dimitar Kovachevsky, distinguished First Deputy of the Prime Minister, Mr. Artan Grubi, distinguished Deputy Prime Minister Bitiki, distinguished President of the Parliament, Jafferi, distinguished Ambassador of the USA, Aguilar, distinguished ambassadors, dear members of the Parliament, dear fellow ministers, dear mayors, distinguished directors of the Public Enterprise of State Roads, dear representatives from the company Bichtal and Inca, and the distinguished representatives of the supervision, dear guests and media. Today we are writing the history of modern, prosperous and European Macedonia. This is a moment that we will all remember for a long time. This cornerstone is a proof of the dedicated work of the institutions, of the coordination. It is a proof of the strong commitment to fight and to start the realization of the challenging, largest capital infrastructural project ever. First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone who was involved in this process and who gave enormous efforts to start the realization of this project. Today, we make it clear to everyone, infrastructure is the highest priority of this government, and the Republic of North Macedonia remains on the right track for a modern and prosperous state. Many times so far, we heard the declarative commitments that we want to follow upon the European corridors. For 32 years, it was spoken for the most difficult sections, but they remained incomplete. The roads of these sections are the same compared to those since the last century. And the key question is, do we want to recover what was a missed opportunity? We'll all agree that we are in favor. Do we want a stronger economy? Do we want the young people to stay here? In terms of infrastructure, we have taken several steps along that path. But through these new road routes that are already a reality, I'm convinced that we are making the right step and the biggest leap on that road. From here, we begin the construction and modernization of corridors 8 and 10D, new highway sections with a total length of 108 kilometers. Today, we announced the start of the construction of the first of the 4 highway sections, Tetovo-Gostivar, with 17.5 kilometers, and as early as next week we will announce the construction of the Prilep-Bitola highway section. The same month we'll start the construction works on the section Gostivar-Bukojani, 30.3 kilometers long, and according to the agreement we predicted that the construction of the section Trebinishta-Struga-Kjafasan, 21.7 kilometers long, will start in the course of this year. We are all aware that this will not be an easy task. We have enormous challenges ahead, as construction is uncertain on the ground, but I want to assure you that we are fully focused on the construction of these projects on corridors 8 and 10D. And the corridors in North Macedonia are of vital importance for the entire Western Balkans, and for that reason we also have support from our strategic partners. Very often we speak of regional connectivity, that this is a shared process of the whole region, and it is not by chance that we have friends here from the governments of Albania and Bulgaria. We all attribute great importance to this project because our future is common and European one. I must mention that this is our joint success, a success of all the citizens of the Republic of North Macedonia. I would like to underline that for the first time we are introducing a new model in the construction of roads regarding construction and design, and this means that the contractor will design sections and will construct. I expect good management of the project, and I believe that the contractor company, as a world-renowned company, will show strong action, modern methods and technologies in the field, and this is a prerequisite for strengthening the capacities of domestic construction companies. We have a strong desire, we have the motive and the knowledge to take a serious step forward through the completion of the corridors for the country to reaffirm its position as a true center and crossroad of the Balkans. But is Macedonia today a crossroad on the Balkans? Can we speak today of equal regional development? Why the 8 planning regions progress unequally? We have many such questions, and we're being asked each day about them, but they lead to one single answer. We need fast, efficient construction of the road infrastructure. Only in this way we will have strong country, developed economy that progresses. I'm convinced that such a renowned company as Bechtel and Inca can build even the most complex projects through the most inaccessible terrain. When we will complete these roads and these corridors, we will have developed economy, safe roads, and citizens who will be happy in our country. I'm safe to say that this is the year of infrastructure. We are investing over €1 billion in the construction of new highways, but we are also building new expressways and a new railway to the east. The Republic of North Macedonia and all its citizens deserve high quality and safe roads, so I expect all of us to invest maximum efforts and to achieve strategic goals of the country for a modern and developed national road network. Once again, congratulations to everyone, and may this be the beginning of a successful story for infrastructure, economic development, and prosperous Macedonia. Thank you.
Ftoj kryetarin e komunës së Gostivarit, zotërit Aravarit, të përshëndet nismën e projektit të korridorit 8. Fjala është.
Now I would like to invite the mayor of Gostivar to take the floor.
Të nderuar të pranishëm, të nderuara zonja dhe
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished Prime Minister, dear representatives of the media, members of the parliament, dear attendees, representatives of the embassies, it is a distinct pleasure to be here today, one of the largest capital investments in North Macedonia. There is a saying that the country is connected as the roads it has, and the communication is infrastructure is queen of communication, and this is very important for North Macedonia. If we start from the fact that Corridor 8 connects not only the cities but also the countries, then this is one of the largest investments in the development of North Macedonia. I truly hope that the company that will undertake the works will complete them successfully, because they are known to be one of the best companies that build roads in the region, and I hope that this will be proven in North Macedonia. I wish us all to use the benefits of this road, especially myself, because I go through this section every day. We have about 12,000 cars passing on this section every day. Once again, I wish you every success, and may we use this road as soon as possible. In the very end, I would like to invite Mr. Ejo Prustemi to take the floor.
Амбасадоре, ЕШТТВ Башкора, Zonja Aguilar, почитуван министр за транспорт и врски.
Distinguished Minister of Transport and Communications, distinguished ministers, distinguished members of the parliament, distinguished mayors, rectors, members of the media. Well, coming here, and the day when I signed the agreement with Bechtel and Denka, I wanted to share with you the feeling when I was a student in Tirana, together with my fellow students. We traveled about 10 to 14 hours. Today, we will pass this route for less than 5 hours. By signing this agreement, we have excellent benefits for the citizens of North Macedonia, because in 2000 and because compared to that time, this road will be used for only 2 hours. This is the real value of the project. This is the national, neighboring, regional, and European dimension of the corridor capital road infrastructure. And this will bring greater economic growth and economic development. While the Romans had this fact in mind a long time ago, we are completing this Via Ignatia road through Corridor 8 and Corridor 10D, and it will enable our citizens to reach their destinations faster and safer, not only in the country, but also in the neighboring countries. And it will bring better economic development and exchange in our country, with the neighboring countries, and with the whole region. Today we are starting the realization of this historic project, and we expect that in 4 years and 6 months, we will have completed 110 kilometers of roads, and North Macedonia will become a true crossroad of this region. That is why I would like to thank all those who actively participated in the realization of this agreement. Prime Minister of North Macedonia, Mr. Kovachevsky. The first Prime Minister and head of the steering committee, Mr. Grubi. The Minister of Finance, who succeeded in enabling funds. And I would like to especially thank the President of the party, Mr. Ahmeti, who enabled me to give my contribution to the construction of this historic project. Among the others, I would like to extend appreciation to my employees in the state enterprise who supported me, and we all believed in this project. I would like to thank everyone and wish you every success.
Ftoj zotërind, Dimitar Kovachevski, Artan Grubi, Ali Ahmed.
Now I invite Dimitar Kovachevski, Artan Grubi, Talat Jaferi, Ali Ahmeti, Angela Aguilar, Ejo Prostimi, Blagoje Bučvarski to mark the commencement of the construction of Corridor 8.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, my love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up